interesting office. It's very unusual.
Ellery Queen's a very unusual man.
Who is this, Mr. Queen?
Novelist. Also, crime detective. It's just by chance that I happen to know where Mr. Rogers lives. He sent for Mr. Queen this morning to have him investigate a very mysterious situation at his house.
Do you mean there is something wrong at his home?
Undoubtedly. Or he wouldn't have sent for Mr. Queen.
Oh, that concerns me greatly. You see, Mr. Rogers is my father.
Your father? And you're asking me where he lives?
I haven't seen him since I was a baby. I just arrived here from Papiti in the Tahitian island.
Why didn't he meet you at the boat?
He's not expecting me. I might never seen the notice myself, but a friend of Maman sent it to me months after it appeared.
Oh, this is thrilling. You must be dying to see him. You know what? I'll drive you to his place. The directions are awfully complicated, and naturally you haven't a car.
After what you told me, I'm not so certain I want to go there immediately.
You have nothing to fear with Ellery Queen there.
Maybe this will change your mind. Dear Madam, it is impossible for you to daughter of my client, Mr. Alan Rogers, who denies ever having known the woman you state your mother.
Mr. Rogers instructs me to advise you that he considers you an impostor and will not enter into any further correspondence with you, nor entertain any claim whatsoever that you may make on him. Very truly yours, L.C. Young, attorney at law.
But I'm not an impostor. I have my mother's marriage certificate, I have photographs, I have my birth certificates and letters to prove that I am his daughter.
Letters Mr. Rogers wrote to you?
No, letters he wrote to Maman years ago. Only I knew nothing of it until after her death.
Why would Mr. Rogers advertise for you? And then have his lawyer write this letter?
I've asked myself that question many times.
Perhaps Mr. Rogers doesn't know anything about it. Maybe it's a threat designed to frighten you from coming into this country.
It very nearly did.
Why don't you let me take the letter to Mr. Rogers and find out if it was written on his instructions? At the same time, I'll be able to find out why he called so urgently for the services of Mr. Queen.
Would you do that for me?
Oh, I'd be happy to.
I'm very fortunate in meeting you.
I don't believe you, Mr. Queen. If you just stopped in to say hello, why should it concern you who my house guests are?
As a matter of fact, Mr. Rogers, I asked Mr. Queen to come and see you.
Why?
Mr. Cole felt that you were being imposed upon.
He did. In the future, attend to your work and nothing else. And you, Mr. Queen, keep your inquisitive nose out of my house. When I need a detective, I'll engage one.
You say you don't need a detective, but obviously you're afraid of something.
That's this fool's idea. Probably gets it from reading your books. There's nothing mysterious about this place.
Then who shot at me as I was crossing the lake and why?
I don't know or care. Will you please leave this house before I have you put out?
Mr. Rogers, I caught this young woman snooping around the house.
Who are you and what do you want?
Papa! Papa! I am your daughter, Mary.